Kyle is currently 23, 24 on 17th of the 10th, 2024. I'm going to make this a short vlog. Um, I was out earlier today. One of my friends was celebrating his birthday, and so we went to a local restaurant, one of my favourites. And we went to a pub, had a drink. I only had one drink, but I was exhausted. I'm only waking up now. Like I got home around 6 or 7, probably closer to 7. And as I said, it's currently past 11 o'clock. So I've been wiped out. It was so much fun getting to see them all again because they're friends that I met in a course I did about 2 years ago. They're all lovely people, absolutely lovely people. But yeah, no, I've just been. I got home and I just passed out. Oh, doggy. Yeah, got home, literally just passed out. There was a couple of times where I woke up while I was in bed, and it was like, oh, we're gonna have dinner soon. So they ordered like chipper and stuff, and I had an option between a 4-on-1 and a batter sausage. I was like, I'm going with the batter sausage because the restaurant we went to is my favorite. But also, it's like the portions there are actually massive. So it's you can either get a small or a large portion, and I always say get the small, especially if it's the first time there. Always get the small, and if you get the big. The amount of people I brought down to say, "Oh, I'll get the big first," and then they bring out the plate, and it's piled full of food, and they're like, "Uh oh." And then like the other times I brought people back there, and they'd be like, "Yeah, no, I'm getting a small." Like even the staff is like, there's been times where I've said to the staff, and they're like, I don't know if I want small or large, and they say, look, if you're unsure, go with the small. Even they themselves know, just go for a small. And I got like a small carbonara, and it was lovely, really nice. Went to a pub I have never been to before. No, we didn't go inside. I just ordered drinks and then we sat outside. Um, but it was €6.20 for an Ultra Thieves, which is a cider. And I was like, that's pretty damn good price actually. There's another place I went to, and when I was on my date with Kaylee on Monday, we went and we went to another bar, and I got another Thieves and a vodka and coke for her, and altogether it was €16. And I was like, holy crap! Why is that so much? Why is it so much? I don't know. It was absurd. But yeah, I was able to get two Ultra Thieves there, one for me, and one for Kaylee for 12.40, and I was chuffed. It's a good price. Oh god, yeah. Um, Probably want to leave it there. I will say when we got home, probably about TMI1. When we got home, I was grand, I was grand, I was grand, and then as soon as like I went to the toilet and I peed, and I was like, oh, okay, this is grand, and I stood up, and I sat down in bed, and I was about to like pass out when I was like, oh, I have cramps, I really need to go to the toilet. So I literally ran to the toilet, and when I ran to the toilet, sat down instantly, just instant. I was so surprised. I was like, why? That's probably like the alcohol or something doing. Uh, Also, this is the most alcohol I've had in one week in a while. I had two drinks on Monday. When Kaylee came over, she had a rosé West Coast cooler, and had she had half of that, and I had the other half. There goes Lucy. And I had the other half the next day because she didn't finish it, which is fair enough. And then today I had a Note Disease, which is the most alcohol I've drank in one week in about 6 years, 7 years. Because last time I drank more than that was I remember I used to drink a lot of Guinness. It was when I got alcohol poisoning because I think I was out I was out with my course mates about 7 years ago, and I had a really rough day, and they were all going out and they invited me out. I was like, you know what, sure. And I had, I believe, 7.5 pints of Guinness and a vodka and Coke. And I had, now I say 7.5, 7.5, 8.5. The reason it's a half is because I couldn't finish the last one because I had alcohol poisoning. Couldn't get back to my own apartment. I had to stay uh, in their little house that they were renting out. And then morning came, and one of the girls there, she rang an ambulance, and I was brought down to the hospital where I was drained. And ever since then, I've been off the Guinness. I couldn't. There was a couple of times where I tried drinking Guinness. I couldn't. I actually couldn't drink the Guinness because I was just like, ugh, you know. So for a while there, I was trying to find a drink I like, but cider I like. I actually like cider. So like Orchard Thieves, Bulmers, stuff like that. But yeah, so that's the most I've ever drank in one go, and then this is the most I've ever drank in a week since then. Actually, so and I'm being careful. I'm not gonna overdo it. So don't worry. So don't you all go worrying. Also, if my voice sounds, if my accent sounds like even more Irish, it's mostly because the people I were with they had real Irish accents, and they're well much more Irish accents. I don't know how to say it. The Irish accent, they had much deeper Irish accents than I did. What do I do? And it's funny. Some people will ask me, "Where are you from?" I'm born in the capital, born in Dublin. I don't live there now, so I'm not doxed. But I was born in Dublin. And I'm saying, well, how come you don't have an Irish accent? You were born in the capital of Ireland. You don't have an Irish accent, a strong Irish accent. Just self-report. When I was a child, I watched Thomas the Tank Engine. Absolutely love that show. And Thomas, Thomas, the engine, the train is where I got my accent from. So yeah, the only people who ask me, are you from like the UK or wherever? Are you from like Germany? I've been asked, like I have like an amalgamation accent, which is sure luck, But no, I'm born and reared in Ireland. I've been here my whole life. But yeah, that's funny. I always think that's funny. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Need to like, oh god, sorry about that. As soon as I want to end the vlog, um, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna go and get some food. Gonna take my medicine. Uh, got some more cold and flu medicine, so that'll be nice. And yeah, I'm crying a bit now. Oh, I hate that because of the yawn. Anyway, love you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you all next time.